Hello, I'm Maruk Said, your microbiology guide. Let's explore in-depth micro techniques and uncover groundbreaking insight together on this educational journey into the fascinating realms of microbes.
Cryptococcus neoformans explained. Table of Contents. Introduction. Habitat. Morphology. Cultural characteristics. Life cycle. Pathogenesis and clinical features. Laboratory diagnosis. Treatment. Prevention and control. Introduction to Cryptococcus species. Cryptococcus species is a fungal group belonging to the phylum Basidiomycota, Basidiomycetes. They reproduce sexually, forming dikaryotic hyphae and basidiospores, supported by a club-shaped basidium, with hyphae possessing complex septa. There are 5 known species of Cryptococcus: Cryptococcus neoformans, Cryptococcus gattii, Cryptococcus albidus, Cryptococcus laurentii, Cryptococcus inugulatus, Cryptococcus albidus, and Cryptococcus laurentii are the most common species, while Cryptococcus neoformans is the most pathogenic to both humans and animals. Cryptococcus laurentii and Cryptococcus gattii are mildly pathogenic. Cryptococcus neoformans is distinguished from other fungal yeasts by the presence of a polysaccharide capsule, the formation of melanin, urease activity. All of these act as virulence determinants. Human infection occurs via inhalation of desiccated yeast cells or small basidiospores, after which the yeast migrates to the central nervous system, causing meningoencephalitis. This infection, known as Cryptococcosis, is a systemic disease that primarily involves the lungs and central nervous system. Cryptococcus neoformans can infect immunocompetent individuals, but occurs more frequently in patients with HIV/AIDS, individuals with tuberculosis, patients with hematogenous malignancies, hospitalized patients, particularly those with invasive devices. If you have watched till here, don't forget to subscribe to Family of Science Lovers. Press the bell icon button so you are always updated. Habitat of Cryptococcus neoformans. Cryptococcus neoformans is commonly found in the environment, growing as a unicellular yeast and reproducing by budding. In nature, it exists as a saprophyte, forming a large budding yeast morphology. It is an encapsulated yeast-like fungus that can be isolated from dried avian excreta, particularly pigeon droppings, bat excreta, and dust contaminated with such droppings. Morphology of Cryptococcus neoformans. Cryptococcus neoformans is a yeast fungus, producing yeast cells during reproduction. The yeast cells are dry, mildly encapsulated, and light, making them easily aerosolized. In culture, they produce whitish mucoid colonies composed of spherically budding cells, measuring 5 to 10 micrometers in diameter. These cells are surrounded by a thick, non-staining capsule. Cultural characteristics of Cryptococcus neoformans. In culture, Cryptococcus neoformans produces whitish mucoid colonies within 2 to 3 days. The colonies consist of spherically budded yeast cells measuring 5 to 10 micrometers in diameter, surrounded by a thick, non-staining capsule. Hyphae are absent. It can grow at 37 degrees Celsius and produces lacase, a phenol oxidase, that catalyzes the formation of melanin from phenolic substrates, such as catecholamine, which can be detected through biochemical characterization. Life cycle of Cryptococcus neoformans. Cryptococcus neoformans is a facultative intracellular pathogen that uses human phagocytes to spread within the body. The fungus can colonize phagocytic cells and undergo vomocytosis, enabling it to escape phagocytosis without being processed. Entry into the human host occurs via inhalation of aerosolized basidiospores. After inhalation, the fungus can disseminate to the central nervous system, causing meningoencephalitis. Upon reaching the lungs, the yeast cells are phagocytosed by alveolar macrophages. Macrophages produce oxidative and nitrosative agents that typically kill microorganisms, but Cryptococcus neoformans can evade oxidative killing by upregulating genes involved in oxidative stress resistance. The yeast may remain latent within macrophages, which is associated with disease dissemination and resistance to antifungal drugs. Cryptococcus neoformans can also undergo sexual reproduction, meiosis, by alpha mating types. Alpha-type filaments contain a haploid nucleus that undergoes diploidization, forming diploid blastospores. Blastospores can undergo meiosis to produce haploid basidiospores, which are easily dispersed, a process known as monokaryotic fruiting. During meiotic reproduction, the fungus can also repair DNA damage caused by oxidative and nitrosative stress. This process results in the formation of the monokaryotic fruit, which contributes to fungal virulence. If you have watched till here, don't forget to subscribe to Family of Science Lovers. Press the bell icon button so you are always updated. Pathogenesis and clinical features of Cryptococcus neoformans infection. Virulence factors. Virulence of Cryptococcus neoformans is enhanced by the production of lacase, the capsule, and the presence of capsular polysaccharide. The capsular polysaccharides are composed of long, unbranched polymers with an alpha-1,3-linked polymannose backbone and beta-linked monomeric branches of xylose and glucuronic acid. During infection, the capsular polysaccharide can solubilize in spinal fluid, serum, or urine, increasing virulence and facilitating disease spread. Infection. Infection begins when dry, lightweight yeast cells are inhaled, making them easily aerosolized. The fungus enters the body through the respiratory tract, typically causing a minimal pulmonary infection that is transitory. The primary pulmonary infection may be asymptomatic, sometimes mimicking influenza, and often resolves spontaneously. In immunocompromised patients, the yeast replicates and disseminates, particularly to the central nervous system. About 15% of HIV or AIDS patients are affected, with the infection often beginning in the pulmonary system and spreading to the skin, bones, viscera, and the central nervous system. Central nervous system involvement can lead to cryptococcal meningitis. Other common sites of dissemination include the skin, adrenal glands, bones, eyes, and prostate gland. The infection causes minimal inflammation, often resulting in a granulomatous reaction. Patients with cryptococcal meningitis who are on highly active antiretroviral therapy may develop immune reconstitution inflammatory syndrome, which can significantly worsen the disease. Immune reconstitution inflammatory syndrome is also common in AIDS patients with tuberculosis. Clinical features of Cryptococcus neoformans infection. Cryptococcus neoformans causes cryptococcosis, a fungal infection that primarily affects individuals with immune deficiencies, especially AIDS patients. Symptoms commonly associated with the infection include flu-like symptoms, chronic meningitis resembling brain tumor, brain abscess, or degenerative central nervous system disorders, mycobacterial mimicking disease, fungal meningitis. Patients with meningitis symptoms may experience severe headaches, neck stiffness, disorientation, Additional manifestations may include skin lesions, lung lesions, bone weakness, muscle dystrophy, inability to move. Untreated cases of cryptococcosis can be fatal. Laboratory diagnosis of Cryptococcus neoformans. Specimen and specimen preparation. Specimens for Cryptococcus neoformans diagnosis include cerebrospinal fluid, tissue, exudates, sputum, blood, cutaneous scrapings, and urine. Cerebrospinal fluid is typically centrifuged before being used for microscopic examination and culture. Staining and microscopic examination. Gram staining. The cells of Cryptococcus neoformans may appear round with gram-positive granular inclusions on a pale lavender cytoplasmic background, or may also be seen as gram-negative lipoid bodies. Negative staining. Using India ink to visualize cerebrospinal fluid shows that the ink pigment particles cannot penetrate the capsule surrounding the yeast cells, creating a clear halo zone around them, which provides a quick identification method for Cryptococcus neoformans. Mucicarmine stain. Mucicarmine stain is specific for identifying the polysaccharide cell walls of Cryptococcus neoformans in tissue samples. Graham's stain, panel A, and India ink stain, panel B, reveal abundant encapsulated round yeast cells, with some showing budding forms. Cultural examination. Culture examination of Cryptococcus neoformans uses Sabarod dextrose agar. The yeast develops colonies within a few days on most cultural media at room temperature or 37 degrees Celsius. Media containing cyclohexamide inhibit the growth of Cryptococcus and should be avoided. Urease production can be detected in the culture medium. On suitable diphenolic substrates, the phenyloxidase, lacase of Cryptococcus neoformans produces melanin in the cell walls, resulting in brown pigmented colonies. Biochemical characterization. After cultural examination, Cryptococcus neoformans can be identified by demonstrating the production of urease and lacase, or by observing a specific pattern of carbohydrate assimilation. Serological examination, antigen detection. Detection of the capsular polysaccharide antigen of Cryptococcus is the most reliable diagnostic test, performed using spinal fluid, serum, or urine with enzyme immunoassays or latex agglutination tests, coated with antibodies to the polysaccharide antigen. This method is highly sensitive and specific for antigen detection in cases of cryptococcal meningitis. Antibody quantification. Antibodies produced against the polysaccharide capsule. Antigen of Cryptococcus neoformans can be quantified for diagnostic purposes. Treatment of cryptococcosis. Cryptococcal infections that do not involve the central nervous system can be treated effectively with fluconazole. Cryptococcal meningitis requires combination therapy, which is the standard treatment approach. Intravenous amphotericin B together with oral fluconazole for 2 weeks. This is followed by oral fluconazole for 10 weeks, and then a lower maintenance dose for up to a year to help improve the patient's CD4 count. For patients who develop side effects from amphotericin B, intravenous ambisome liposomal amphotericin B can be used as an alternative. Prevention and control. Immunosuppressed individuals should avoid contact with birds and refrain from digging or engaging in dusty activities in areas heavily contaminated with bird droppings. Avoid areas containing dried pigeon feces. Wearing masks can help prevent inhalation of Cryptococcus neoformans. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon button. Thank you!